What's up guys, we're about to head out to go to my tuner. He's going to give the R32 an alignment. I've actually never gotten an alignment before, and that's kind of scary because I do off-road my 240 and that hasn't had an alignment either, but that's all stock arms. We got to get adjustable ones for that. If you've been watching the videos, you'll know that we deleted the HICAS and we actually put some upper control arms and traction rods on the R32, and they're all adjustable, and I don't know how to adjust them that well, so we need a professional to do it. So we're actually about to head out right now. So like I said, Chris is my tuner and he tuned my 240 twice, and he's going to be tuning my R32 once we get a standalone. Not sure when that's going to be because it keeps getting pushed back, because at first it was like the car kept messing up and I was like, dude, like I need to get a standalone so we can just solve everything. But lately the car's been running really good since we cleaned the gas tank, so I don't know when that's going to happen. So now I can put some money aside so I don't have to just spend all this money just all at once. So we'll see when that happens. But when it does happen, I'm going to go to him.
Take the next right, then turn left.
There it is. Alright guys, so there's the shop. Here we go. We're at Natural Aspirations out here. I'll have a link to all his information in the description. You guys need to go check him out. If you're in the SoCal area and you need a tune or anything, just hit him up and he'll hook it up. To my 240 twice, like I said before. You got some race cars over here. Oh, whoa, those are some super long wheel studs. Damn. Oh, you know, I'm actually dumb. It's because they're skinnies. That's why they're so long. There's an R33 that's left-hand drive, and before I leave, I want to get at least a picture of the R32 with the R33. So we're actually going to get tires as well as an alignment, so they're going to throw the car up on the rack. And I guess this guy has never driven right-hand drive before. God, it looks so weird with someone else driving. You like it? Yeah, my tires are pretty fucked. So we're gonna get some nice new tires. They're Nokian tires, and I guess they're not too common over here, but they're starting to get more popular. So we're gonna run them on the Skyline. And there's my baby. It's so cool seeing this like that. You can just see the body lines. Such a good looking car. Damn, even with the GTS2 wing, it looks good. So Chris is getting everything ready. And over here, we're getting our new tires on. Oh, Skyline's getting some love today. So under here you can get a better look of everything. I think we might go to an S13 subframe on this, because they are interchangeable. It would just mean I might need to get different tow arms, because the only difference really is that it has the mount for the tow arms rather than the HICAS mount. So I can do that and assemble everything out of the car, change the subframe bushings, and then throw it up all as one piece. And then in the front, we still have stock everything. I need to get like the lower control arm and the upper control arm, or the upper like camber arm, whatever that piece is called. And we definitely need tension rods because the bushings are all cracked. I need these in my 240. I need a nice cage in my 240 really. One day we'll get it. I found it funny that they ran spacers in the front and not spacers in the back. So this back wheel is like sucked in a lot. So instead of it being like relatively flush, like it comes out like with the mud flap. So it just doesn't look good. So tires are done. So now they're gonna throw the tires on, and then we'll go over to the alignment rack. We did 2 Arizona trips on those. And the snow. And now we got some nice new ones. That's sick though, the tread indicator? Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Indicator, they do trick things like they'll do the little valleys in here. They'll polish them. You can see how they're glistening and smooth.
Yeah.
Down in there. And they do that to help whisk away water a lot better. And then of course you have the little droplets in there. So the little droplets are for noise. So they've done testing when the air propagates within the little water valleys here. It'll actually make certain road noise. So they keep that in mind, and they'll put those little divots in there to help keep the noise down. But then they also polish it to help whisk away the water, help it work a lot better for its to avoid hydroplaning. Yeah, they put a lot of the development in it.
I'm definitely gonna notice the difference.
I can see Arizona going on these, but in the snow, dude, I mean, dancing with the devil there, dude.
How much life do you think would be left if I just kept them on and just rode them till they're flat?
So these are your mud and snow indicators right here, these little bars.
Oh, those? Okay.
So once you get down to these bars and they're flush, now you've exceeded the M+S designation, so they're no longer, they're unable to work in mud and snow conditions.
Oh.
So essentially it's just hydroplane when you have that loose media. So that's what those are there for. So in relationship to that and tread depth, they're not bad. But what you got to keep in mind is rubber has roughly a 3-year shelf life. It's like a rubber band stuck in your drawer. It'll just go to shit. So when you start getting cracking in the sidewall, the rubber's dry and it's just not offering the grip. So you have some tread depth in there, but things like you got some nails, which aren't all the way through, but you know, they're just worn.
She's got new tires. It looks so good. Well, she's back on the ground with all 4 tires. So they'll move the car over, we'll get the alignment done, and we're good to go. R32, R33, we just need an R34 somewhere. So look how bad it was set up. We got towed in the rears, and then the steering wheel is straight, but they're going to the left. We're gonna fix all of that. Well, Chris is, I'm just gonna watch. So we're all done with the alignment. The only thing is that my caster is a little off, so I need to get adjustable tension rods so we can adjust that and correct that. But everything else we got good. We got a little bit of camber in the back. The toe is corrected, and we had to go off a 300ZX because this machine doesn't have Skyline in it. But we're now all good to go.
Curtis is out of here, he runs at it, he grabs it.
I go to elbow, I'm like, I got you, Chris. He goes, no. And I'm like, all fucked up on the door.
Yeah.
Dude, I've had them like right there, they're not paying attention to the door.
Oh, and it comes down on them?
Dude, it lands on their head. Like the
damn.
edge catches their head.
Yeah.
Like, dude, are you bleeding? And then they're like, no. Then I yell at them.
So she's all ready? I can go to the snow now?
Yeah.
So the car's off the alignment rack. We're gonna go test drive it, make sure everything feels good. We got an alignment and we got new tires, so this thing should feel pretty great. Oh my god, I can go straight with the wheels straight now. That's pretty sick. Yo, sick wing on an Accord. Hell yeah. So we made it home. The car felt amazing. It used to like kind of skip and like shift in the rear when I go over bumps and stuff. Didn't do that at all. We had 0 issues, so that is awesome. The car still pulls to the right a little bit, but that is because our caster is off and we don't have any way to adjust that without getting adjustable tension rods. So I'll be getting adjustable tension rods and then we'll be going back. That's not a very pressing issue right now, so it can get on the back burner a little bit. There's a few other things that I need to get done first, but I'm also so glad that we took care of the tires as well, because my tires were sketchy. I probably could have got a couple more months out of them, but they were sketchy. It's just a good thing that we got new tires. Definitely, if you are in SoCal, hit up Chris, tell him I sent you. I'll have a link for everything in the description. You can go check him out. He'll take care of all your flame and crackle tune needs. But seriously though, he does great work. Just hit him up and let him know what your setup is, and then he'll work with you and you guys can figure things out. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like if you did. Comment down below and then hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.